Hey everyone, in today's video, I want to talk about 5 things that we can learn from Elon Musk and his most recent product launch, the Cybertruck. And specifically, I think there are some key business and marketing kind of lessons that we can learn from him and apply them to Amazon as Amazon FBA sellers. If you guys don't know, and I'm sure that you have known or that there's a lot of chatter online about the new Cybertruck, but if you're unaware of it, here's a picture of it right now. And if you're not aware, he sold 146,000 of these trucks pre-sale in 24 hours. That was worth of $8 billion. Again, in just 24 hours, and everybody's talking about it online. I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm sure you've seen images of it. Let me know what you think about the car in the comment section below. You know, I have kind of mixed opinions on it myself. However, there are still some key business and marketing lessons, like I said, I think we can take away from this massively successful launch here and apply them to the Amazon FBA model. Lesson number 4 is actually my personal favorite, so make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video. If you guys don't know, my name's Lamar and I'm a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller. And today's video is going to be a little bit of a different style. We're going to be examining Elon Musk's most recent product launch and kind of breaking it down, applying it to the Amazon FBA model. If you guys have learned something different, maybe it's a different lesson from him, or you've noticed something a little bit different from his product launch, please drop a comment below. Let me know what lessons you've learned from Elon Musk, because at the end of the day, he's a pretty phenomenal entrepreneur. He's doing a lot of things right. And we're going to be breaking it down in today's video. Before we jump into today's video though, I did want to make sure that you guys have hit that subscribe button, you turned on that notification bell, and you're giving this video a thumbs up if you're getting value out of it. And like always, I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching the whole video. Lesson number 1 is build and leverage a brand. And I want to start off by asking a question. Do you know the owner or the CEO of Audi or BMW, Mercedes, Jeep? I mean, these are all very well-known brands, but we don't know the CEO of that company. And it's likely that you do know that Elon Musk is the CEO and owner of Tesla. And why do we know that? It's because he's built a personal brand. He's built and leveraged his own personal brand to launch companies, launch brands. He's the face of his company. And when you do this, people, customers buy into the vision. They buy into the mission. They buy into the stories that are being told. They can see the individual. We connect with humans. And this becomes a huge asset to Tesla and Elon, as he continues to release new cars or start new businesses. So on Amazon, are you hiding behind your brand? Are you on the front line? Are you, or do you have somebody that can kind of represent your brand? While Elon Musk, might be in a unique position, we can leverage, other audiences or social media and kind of create that little brand image or that brand messaging around a person or put a face behind that brand. That's a strategy that we see Elon Musk, but it's also worked very well for Apple and Steve Jobs and many other large and small companies. People connect with people. Lesson number 2 is have a launch plan. Don't just throw up a product on your website or on Amazon and expect it to sell. We want to try to build hype and excitement around the product launch. Elon Musk did this extremely well in his most recent product launch of the Cybertruck. Tesla hosted a live event and unveiled the product for the first time, live on stage. Now, there was a lot of hype and anticipation for the new car, but it was kept in secret for most of that time, and that was really the first time ever that the general public, or they got wind of it, they heard even kind of about what it was actually going to look like, feel like, drive like, etc. This was the exact same strategy that Apple and Steve Jobs followed when they would release the iPhones. It was the same thing. They would keep this product, this new product that they were developing in secrecy, and maybe there would be a little leak or some sort of drawing that would get leaked out. And then they would have this massive main live event and release the product to the public. And this would create this insane amount of chatter across social media, blogs, YouTube, as we're creating this video right now. Influencers, everybody was just talking about the launch, the product launch. And this is what creates a super successful product launch. Now on Amazon, we might not be able to create such a large buzz right away, right? These are obviously much larger brands. However, it's still important to have a launch plan. We have a lot of tools in our toolkit that allow us to be successful at launching products on Amazon. Everything from having the keywords correctly, having your listing built correctly, knowing what to do and when to turn on PPC, using influencers, email lists, giveaways, search, find, buy. There's many different tools that we now have available in our Amazon toolkit to help our product become successful right out of the gate. So in conclusion, the more levers that we can pull during our launch, the more successful our product will be on Amazon. Focus on creating hype, buzz, excitement during that pre-launch phase so that when you actually go to market, when you actually go to sell on Amazon, when your product goes live, you're able to fire on all cylinders and really give your product the best chance for success right out of the gate. Lesson number 3 is polarize your market. And I want you to think about this for a second. When you try to sell to everyone, you end up selling to no one. Or likewise, when you try to speak or reach everyone, you end up speaking or reaching no one. The point here is that every market, every product has haters. And this is a great example. This most recent product launch of the Cybertruck, there's lots of people that either love this product or hate this product. And personally, I don't really love it. However, there's a ton of people out there that really do love this product. But you know what this dynamic creates is tension. You have a group here of people that love it and a group here of people that hate it. And what ends up happening is that they go online and they start fighting or arguing about this. It creates lots of discussion and it ends up taking products viral. And this is a great example of this happening, where there's two extreme groups that come together online and it just makes this product launch just explode. There's so much chatter online about the design of this car and whether you like it or hate it. On Amazon, the days of launching Me Too products are absolutely over. Whether it's in product innovation or in your marketing, you need a way to differentiate yourself. You need a way to polarize the market and say, we're not like the rest. In conclusion, it's okay to have haters, and you want to target and attract only your ideal customer and literally repel everybody else. Lesson number 4, and this is my favorite lesson from this past product launch, is validate first. So the Cybertruck isn't expected to go into production until 2021. However, Elon sold 146,000 of these, and these were pre-sales in 24 hours. So what's the key lesson here? The key lesson is to validate that people actually want your product first, and then go out and build it. And he did an excellent job of doing this. I've seen time and time again, too many people think that they have this, magical new product. They've invented this new product. They've put all this time, work, energy, money into coming up with this great idea, but they haven't brought it to market. They haven't shown anybody it. Or maybe they've put in a ton of money into a huge production cycle of, mass producing this product, but they haven't tested the market. They haven't gotten real market feedback on whether customers actually want the product. On Amazon, There's so many tools that we can now use to help us validate the market. We can use data scraping tools that give us an idea of what markets have demand and which markets don't have demand. We can use reviews on Amazon to evaluate, what customers like and don't like about a particular product. We can do small batch manufacturing where, we're only producing 500 units essentially to test the market and minimize our risk of that first initial production run so that we're not stuck with a bunch of units or products that customers don't actually want. Or even better yet, we can build a MVP, a minimal viable product, the most simple version of our idea, of our product, and launch that first out into the market, get real customer feedback, and then iterate on that, improve it, develop it as we continue to learn about what our market wants. In conclusion, no matter what product you're launching, validate it first and then build later. Get that customer feedback, stay nimble, and adapt to what your market wants. Lesson number 5 is sell premium products first. In 2006, Elon Musk came out with something called a master plan, which is essentially, a vision for how he was going to grow Tesla. And the 3 main concepts or points here was, point number 1 was that he was going to build a premium car, an expensive high-end sports car that he would sell in low volume. Point number 2 was he was then going to use the money, use that cash flow to then invest in a medium priced car that was higher volume, that would appeal more to mass market. And then point number 3 was that he was going to come up or use that cash and invest it in a high volume, affordable car for everybody. And I think that this was a really smart plan. What he essentially did was launched a premium car at the top of the market. He only needed to get a couple of sales, something that would generate cash flow, prove out that people wanted this product. He wasn't going for mass market appeal. It also allowed him to essentially segment the market and kind of compete with himself. If he would have gone head on with mass market cars, it would have made it more difficult to compete directly. Instead, he broke out, he segmented the market and addressed a very small, specific segment of the market and allowed him to get a small piece of the market share, prove out his concept, and generate cash flow. On Amazon, I found the exact same strategy to work super successful. All of my most successful products are premium priced products. We've launched into the market as a premium product, high above the competition. Now, it allows us to essentially segment that market and compete against ourselves. We don't end up getting into price wars and allows us to stay at a level above. We've been successful at doing that. It then allows us to reinvest that cash flow and then attack potentially more higher volume markets or lower priced items. Another benefit of using or following this model is that it allows for a higher margin product. And if you haven't been selling on Amazon for very long, or maybe you have, you know that there's a lot of hidden costs in with this business model and with just running a business in general. So the more margin that you can kind of build into your product right from the start by breaking in or offering a premium product, so having that higher margin product will just allow you to absorb some of those hidden costs that you might find out later down the road. So in conclusion, start at the top of your market. See how you can, offer that premium product offering. This will allow for that additional margin. It'll provide the cash flow that will then allow you to potentially break into higher volume markets as your business and your brand continue to evolve. So there you guys have it. Those were 5 things that we can learn from Elon Musk and his most recent product launch of the Cybertruck. I hope you guys got value out of this video. Please give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comment section below if you've learned something different from Elon Musk and his most recent product launch. Until next time, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.